think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in there.
Tank Davis has been making waves in the sports world once again, but this time, his actions have left fans and analysts stunned. Over the past few weeks, Tank has been sending some seriously intense warnings to Lamont Roach, leaving everyone wondering if Roach will even make it out of this matchup alive. Recently, Tank took things to another level when he made a bold statement during a press conference, which caught a lot of attention. But it didn't stop there. He went even further, attaching the declaration to one of his recent training videos, with the chilling caption, "I'm going to end you." The tension between these two fighters is definitely rising, and everyone is eager to see how this will all unfold. With those words, Tank made it clear that his mind games are in full swing. He's not just preparing to fight his opponent physically, but he's also targeting him mentally. The tension between the two reignited after a recent interview where Tank revealed why he announced the fight's cancellation. For a brief moment, it seemed like the match was off, and fans went into full-blown panic mode. Rumors started flying about why Gervonta Tank Davis had pulled the plug on one of the most highly anticipated fights of the year.
Round number 4 to close out the round, even switching southpaw momentarily.
Now, I promise you, you better leave them home. You better leave the females home. On my mother, you better leave the females home and the kids. On my mother.
As the rumors continued to spread, Lamont Roach, known for his calm and professional demeanor, decided to address the situation directly. In a recent video on his YouTube channel, Roach tackled the rumors head-on, admitting that he, too, had no idea why Tank made such a dramatic announcement. Roach acknowledged that Tank's unpredictable behavior was nothing new to him, but it wasn't something that would throw him off his game. "You all know what you're dealing with," Roach said, referring to Tank as a wild card. "He's just out there throwing punches, but that's not going to affect me." Roach made it clear that while Tank's wild actions might unsettle some, he was focused and ready to stay on track for the fight.
Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is. It goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not.
Despite Tank's shocking statement, Lamont Roach quickly reassured fans that the fight was still on. "The fight was never cancelled, just so y'all know," Roach said. "It was never off, whatever the case may be. I already knew that. He just scared y'all a little bit." Roach explained that Tank's dramatic claim was just another one of his usual outbursts, but it wasn't going to distract him. "I was in the gym, training for my biggest fight. That's what I'm focused on," Roach added, making it clear that he was staying committed and not letting the drama get in his way.
Consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends, probably.
Is it gonna be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all gonna be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
Even though Lamont Roach had no idea what sparked Tank's outburst, he quickly moved on, focusing his energy where it needed to be, preparing for the big fight. The showdown on March 1st, 2025, at Barclays Center in Brooklyn is still set to be the headliner for PBC's second event of the year. Now that the fight is officially back on track, one question still lingers. Why did Tank create such a dramatic situation in the first place? Why cause all this confusion when everything seemed ready to go?
Lamont Roach Jr. talked about the tragedy we...
Ninth round.
What?
I say ninth round.
You said ninth?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down in a night?
One thing is certain. Tank Davis has always been unpredictable, and this latest move is just another chapter in his ongoing saga. But now, his mind games have reached a whole new level. Tank is sending strong warnings to Lamont Roach, making it clear that the fight won't be easy. He's not just preparing to face Roach in the ring. Tank is aiming to break him down mentally before they even step foot in the arena. Tank knows exactly what he's doing. He's a master at the mental aspect of boxing, using tactics to disrupt, distract, and overwhelm his opponents long before the fight begins. While Roach is no stranger to high-pressure matches, this war of words with Tank could be his toughest test yet.
He's going to retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
This isn't the first time Tank Davis has used his unpredictable personality to stir things up. From his shocking retirement announcement to his cryptic posts on social media, Tank has always kept his fans on edge. But this time feels different. His warning to Lamont Roach isn't just noise, it's a clear declaration of war. With every training video he posts, Tank is showing Roach that he's coming into this fight with everything he's got. He's making it known that he's ready to do whatever it takes to secure a win. Tank is serious, and he's not holding back.
He has a chance to graduate out of college in a different way, and it's called boxing college because right now...
4 out of his last 5 fights that's not scared of him.
Oh, wow.
Rolly was scared. Brian was scared.
Frank wasn't
Hector was
scared.
Frank
wasn't
was
scared.
terrified.
Frank wasn't scared.
Frank was terrified.
Man.
The stakes for this fight are higher than ever. Gervonta Tank Davis has already made a name for himself as a force in the boxing world. His knockout power is feared by anyone who steps into the ring with him, and his ability to take control of a fight from the very first bell is unmatched. But Lamont Roach is no pushover. He knows exactly what he's doing and is more than capable of handling himself. Roach is one of the best in the super featherweight division, and he's determined to show he can go toe-to-toe with the top fighters. This fight is about more than just a title, it's about respect. Roach has the opportunity to prove he's more than just a stepping stone in Tank's career. While Tank Davis's threats might seem intense, they're all part of his strategy. He's trying to get inside Lamont Roach's head before they even step into the ring. Tank wants to plant seeds of doubt in Roach's mind, hoping it will give him an advantage when the fight begins. But Roach is staying focused and determined not to let Tank mess with his mind. He's keeping his eyes on the prize and training harder than ever, preparing himself for whatever Tank brings his way. Roach knows this fight is going to be tough, but he's ready.
After he told his corner with a nod, okay, and went out.
We fought twice in the same tournament. So, yeah, we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
Things just keep getting more interesting when it comes to this fight. Last month, ES News shared a video on their YouTube channel revealing that the March 1st fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach could break several gate records. For those who aren't familiar, gate records refer to the money made from ticket sales at a live event. This wasn't just a guess or a rumor. It was a well-supported observation based on early ticket sales and the undeniable draw that Davis has. It looks like this fight is going to be bigger than many expected.
Stilettos, wearing them purses. How many pay-per-view buys does this Roach Jr. coming up for 130? How many buys do you think this does, my brother?
I mean, 350 is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back.
Ray Jackson Onyx pointed out that by December, 10,000 seats at Barclays Center had already sold out. To put that into perspective, the arena holds 19,000 seats. This is huge because Gervonta Tank Davis has been on an incredible streak, selling out every venue he's fought at for the past 12 events in a row. His upcoming fight with Lamont Roach could be the 13th consecutive sellout, proving just how much star power Tank holds in the sport. Despite all the drama surrounding the March 1st event, like Tank's unpredictable behavior and his surprising social media posts, organizers have raised ticket prices, making it likely that the fight will break Barclays Center's gate sales record. This just shows that no matter what chaos surrounds Tank, his fan base is still loyal, eager to see him fight, and ready to fill the arena. The question now is how much more Tank can get away with before his erratic nature catches up with him. Lamont Roach, who has been on the receiving end of Tank's emotional outbursts, is left questioning how far Davis will push things. Roach's comments about the situation show his frustration, but he remains calm and focused. However, there's a tipping point, and it's clear that Roach is ready to take advantage of Tank's chaos if the opportunity presents itself. Boxing fans are eagerly waiting for the showdown between the undefeated Tank Davis and the former super featherweight champion, Lamont Roach. As soon as tickets went on sale, fans didn't hesitate to grab them up.
Or is this where he needs to be?
Well, Perez, if you do that, will be better.
By the time the fight was officially announced, tens of thousands of tickets for Barclays Center had already been sold, making this one of the most eagerly anticipated events in boxing history. However, with Gervonta Tank Davis constantly making headlines with his unpredictable behavior, there's been some uncertainty leading up to the fight. His recent social media posts hinting that the fight might be cancelled really shook up his fans. Known for his emotional meltdowns and erratic actions, Tank once again left his followers confused and unsure of what to expect. But as expected, the fight was never actually off. Lamont Roach confirmed that, and it's clear that Tank's actions haven't affected his fan base's excitement. They're still eager to see him fight, even if they have to deal with his unpredictable moods. For those who've been following the sport closely, the build-up to this fight is about more than just the two fighters in the ring. It's about everything that surrounds it.
See little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. There's no doubt, not because that's my brother, but because I've seen him in the gym.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach have a long-standing rivalry that dates back to their amateur days. Fans from the DMV area have been especially vocal about this, and many are planning to travel to Barclays Center to see their fighters face off. This fight is about more than just two men in the ring. It's personal, with a grudge that has been building for years. It's not just the fight itself that's getting people talking. Ticket prices for the March 1st event have been raised, adding to the anticipation for what could be another record-breaking night at Barclays Center. Davis, the WBA lightweight champion, continues to build his legacy as one of boxing's brightest stars. His ability to draw large crowds and generate huge revenue has made him one of the most lucrative athletes in the sport.
Look at his target just like he's throwing now. So it would suit Perez to be like.
There's a rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Raya.
As the fight draws nearer, all eyes are on Gervonta Tank Davis and how he will handle the growing pressure. Lamont Roach, on the other hand, has stayed calm amidst all the drama surrounding his opponent. He's been hard at work in the gym, preparing for what will surely be the biggest fight of his career. Roach has often been the underdog, but this time, he has something to prove. Moving up in weight to challenge Davis for the lightweight title is a bold move, and if Roach pulls it off, it could completely change the direction of his career. But will it be enough? The fight promises to be an exciting spectacle, but it's the cost for fans to watch it that sparked some controversy.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont. Like, I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
Recently, the pay-per-view price for the fight was announced at $79.99. This is a significant amount, especially given the current state of the economy, but boxing fans seem willing to pay it for a fight of this caliber. The combination of Gervonta Davis's star power and Lamont Roach's determination to take down the undefeated champion makes this event worth the price, even if it's steep. The rise in ticket prices adds to the ongoing debate about the cost of pay-per-view boxing. For years, fans have voiced their concerns about the increasing cost of watching big fights. Some have called for price cuts, while others have simply accepted that these major events come with a hefty price tag.
And he's not doing it because he probably can't do it.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training.
This time, boxing's top promoters are paying attention to the growing frustration among fans, especially as piracy continues to be an issue in the industry. The lower prices for some major events have raised questions about why certain promotions are still pushing higher prices. However, Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions, the companies behind Gervonta Davis's upcoming fight, are sticking with the $79.99 price tag. They're confident this is the right price for the fight, and they aren't backing down. Whether this strategy will pay off is still to be seen, but one thing is clear. Fans are eager to see Davis, the self-proclaimed king of boxing, in action. As the fight approaches, excitement continues to build, and the buzz around the event only grows stronger.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them.
Don't bring them. For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah.
Don't bring.
Stephen Espinoza recently shared what's next for Gervonta "Tank" Davis after his highly anticipated title defense against Lamont Roach on March 1st. Davis, the WBA lightweight champion, has made it clear that he wants to face top-level competition going forward. Espinoza highlighted potential future matchups, naming fighters like Shakur Stevenson and a rematch with Ryan Garcia as possibilities. According to Espinoza, these are the kinds of fights that would grab the attention of fans and the media, making a big impact in the boxing world.
Roach has all the advantages.
I'm gonna be in there, y'all talking.
While the boxing world is excited about the potential matchups for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, it's worth noting that Stephen Espinoza didn't mention some rising stars who could challenge Davis, such as Kayson Davis, William Zepeda, Raymond Maritala, or Andy Cruz. These fighters are gaining momentum but haven't yet reached the same level of recognition as others. Espinoza's focus is clearly on fighters who are already well known and can help take Davis's career to the next level. One name that stands out is Ryan Garcia. Garcia, who faced Davis in 2023, remains a potential opponent for a rematch. Their first fight ended with a decisive knockout from Davis, but a rematch would still be a major event. Garcia's huge social media following makes him one of the most marketable figures in boxing, and that would make a fight between him and Davis one of the biggest pay-per-view draws in the sport.
Yeah, but again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too, so I'm gonna catch a lot of that backlash too. But it is what it is. I ain't really stunned that too much. I'm not worried about narratives. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring. All right, brother. All right.
However, there's a catch. Ryan Garcia competes at 140 pounds, while Davis has mainly fought at 135. Espinoza pointed out that weight would play a major role in making a potential rematch happen. After their first fight, Davis faced criticism for agreeing to a catch weight and rehydration clause that many felt worked against him. Espinoza made it clear that Davis is unlikely to agree to similar terms this time. He probably won't accept any weight-related stipulations, especially after feeling burned by the conditions in the first fight. It's obvious Davis doesn't want to make the same mistake again, and if a rematch happens, the stakes will be even higher. Another name that frequently comes up when talking about Davis's future is Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson is a two-weight world champion with impressive skills, and his fan base has been growing quickly. He's definitely someone to watch in the mix of potential future opponents for Davis.
Throw some body punches and see how Perez reacts to it. If he reacts like he don't like it.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis-Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is, not many people...
Shakur Stevenson is widely regarded as one of the most skilled fighters in the sport today, and a matchup between him and Davis could be one of the most thrilling in boxing. Espinoza believes that Stevenson might be the type of challenge Davis is looking for after his fight with Roach. Maybe it's Shakur, maybe it's a Ryan Garcia rematch, or something like that, Espinoza said, showing that these are the types of big fights Davis is eager to pursue. However, making these fights happen is not always easy. Boxing is known for its complicated politics, with back-and-forth negotiations between promoters, managers, and fighters. A fight like Stevenson versus Davis would be huge, but it would take time to make it work, especially with different promotional companies involved. Even so, Espinosa's comments suggest that Davis is determined to chase the biggest and best fights possible for his career.
When they start talking, when the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't do it.
For real, man, be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet. If y'all was loud.
Despite targeting some of the biggest names in boxing, there's a growing sense of frustration among fans about Davis's career. While he's managed to stay undefeated and build an impressive knockout record, many believe he hasn't faced enough serious competition. His past opponents have often been seen as less challenging, leading to criticism that he's been avoiding the real threats in the sport. This has sparked accusations that he's carefully picking opponents who won't push him too hard. Fans are eager to see Davis take on more formidable challengers to prove his true worth.
Perez, who hurt him to the body in round number 2.
No, clean. Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this.
Boxing fans are growing impatient and are now looking for Davis to prove that he's ready to take on the sport's best. Just talking about it isn't enough anymore to calm the frustration from his followers. Fans are tired of watching Davis fight opponents who are considered easy wins. They want to see him rise to the occasion and take on the toughest challenges out there. There's a growing feeling that Davis has been playing it safe for too long, and if he truly wants to be recognized as one of the greats, he'll have to prove he can handle the big names in boxing.
Rapid punches to happen.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's wife, and say, who do you want next? And Tank's going to say, I want all those guys. And they're going to go to the press conference, and Elliot Setback's going to say, who do you want next? He say, I want all.
Davis's undefeated record has certainly kept him on top, but it's also held him back in terms of growth. His careful approach to choosing opponents has kept him from facing the kinds of challenges that could really help him improve. While his loyal fan base continues to grow, there's a feeling that he hasn't reached his full potential yet. To become the kind of fighter that fans and critics expect him to be, he'll need to show he's willing to fight the best, not just the easiest options. These are the matchups fans are eagerly waiting for, and they would attract a lot of attention from both boxing enthusiasts and casual fans alike. However, it's important for Davis not to get trapped in only fighting easy opponents just to protect his unbeaten streak. To take his career to the next level and truly cement his legacy, he must challenge himself. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates.